Don't leave yet because you're going to want to see real numbers, and nobody shows you real numbers. I'm going to show you the real thing. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to show you the real thing. Okay, so hold on. Numbers for real. Okay. I am going to go to where it says this year. Okay, and I only have myself as an employee currently. And then I'm going to, I'm just going to run my report. Okay, and you will see here. So I do have a loyalty point system. So that's the 44,000 points given, and these are the ones that they redeemed. So I don't do IOUs, so that's not there. So here, okay. So total sales for the year is 70,943. So that's money. Okay. Those are the sales from everything I did. This does not include expenses, right? This is just straight revenue. Okay. Classes, I did run 2 classes, which I was able to get this amount. And I kind of lost on that a little bit because it was my first time and I was figuring out the kit and all that. But aside from that, right? So this is product sales. So this is for me selling lash shampoo. Gift cards, I have sold gift cards, and Garo does allow you to make custom gift cards, but you have to pay for it. I think I paid like $150 for like 50 of them. So you have to include that. Service discount. So every time there's a promo and stuff like that, they take that out, right? Because it's a promo. Let's see. Packages. So gift redeemed. These are the gift cards that people redeemed. This is my tips. So when we as employers hire people and we say, well, you have to add your, you get tip. So let's say you get paid $15 an hour at 20%, right? You get your 20%, you get $15 an hour. If you just want to look at it as a $15 an hour, then you're going to think that you're not getting paid enough, right? But you are, because you're getting 20% on top of the fact that you're probably not paying for products, which I do. I have to pay for products. And you also get tips. And people are very generous with tips. Uh, like you see here, if you do a good job, they will tip you well. You're going to get the occasional 1 or 2 people that will only give you like a $3 tip. And you really just don't know what their situation is. So I never judge. I give amazing service to and everybody and all people, no matter the tip. It's an option, right? If they like you, they love you, they want to come back to you, they're going to give you a good tip. So this tip amount is also included in what I make as my revenue, right? Because I report everything. You're going to hear people, if you get cash, hide it. I don't believe in that. And I'm not going to get into taxes and in the law and whatever. But this is my tip amount. And then these are service refunds. So these are people that told me that they couldn't show up. And I'm always very nice. Not everybody is. If you have a policy, that you should be able to follow your policy. But depending on the person, if it's a client that I have regularly, I will refund. Okay. And then here, the business costs. I think this is only the business cost of my shampoo. I don't have exact business cost in my Regaro, which is something that I need to do so that I can calculate correctly. And business costs would just be like, for example, if you do a classic set, then you want to deduct how much of the product you're using and how much that is going to be your expenses. But like I said, I haven't done that. So when I get to that point, which I am doing, I do have a Excel sheet that I'm working on about each and little, like literally by droplet of glue and everything, what expenses should be. And I can show you that on another day if you're interested. Just tell me in the comments below that you want to see that information. But so far, this is the revenue. So total sales is 78, so almost $80,000. We have 2 more months left. So November and December, which are my highest months. So I might be a little shy from the 6 figures. And I'm going to tell you why I'm a little shy from the 6 figures. One is I was actually planning to move to Florida, and I had completely stopped all advertisement for my brow business because I was like, well, I'm not going to advertise if I'm going to leave the state anyway. And that was my mistake. I should have just kept going. When you stop your ads, you kind of do a whole slowdown. You have to re-ramp it all the way up. I never advertise for lashes because I have reoccurring customers, and I have Google reviews. So all my customers just, I just find them on Google. But I believe that if I would have advertised for lashes, I would have been able to hit that six-figure mark a little better. And I still have time to be able to hit that six-figure, right? Because on average, I make about 7,500 a month. And so holiday months, I usually hit the 8,000 scale. And with tips also, you have clients that are very generous during the holiday. So I might still be able to hit that six-figure mark as far as revenue goes. Okay. And that's what people don't understand. There is a difference between net profit and gross revenue. Gross revenue does not include any of your expenses. So if you're a 1099, that doesn't include any of your taxes that you're going to have to pay the government, because you're going to have to pay about 15% of that money to the government. It's also not including any of your expenses. So expenses including any systems like Vagaro that you have to pay, credit card processing, advertising, lash glue, lashes, all that stuff that you need to buy, right? Anything, right? So all those expenses come out of your gross, and then you net profit. Okay. Your net profit is what people are not telling you. It's what their real numbers are. So you got to be very careful who you're hearing their information from, because then they'll show you this amount and say, oh, look, so far I've made 80,000, but really I'm not walking away with 80,000, because that's just gross revenue. Okay. So then you have, let's say, okay, so last month, what I made. So last month, if I run this up report, so you can get an idea per month. So last month with tips included, so I made $1,000 in tips. I made almost $8,000 for the month with tips. Okay. And so this just gives you an idea of, like, if I do a custom, so let's say that was last month. So September, let's say, can I go to September? What's going on? Okay, so September, if I go to September 1st, and then I go to 30th, oh no, September 1st, and then I'm going to go to 30th. Okay, so I'll run that report, and so you can get an idea of per month of what I'm making. So in September, I made the 8,000. So this is kind of how it's been, and it's supposed to grow per month. But like I said, I had completely just stopped because I thought I was moving, and the hurricane scared me. So I decided not to move. And so I'm going to now decide to transition into employing people, which is going to take a dip, right? Because when you employ somebody, you're not making 100% of that gross revenue, because now the biggest expense you're going to have is paying your employees. So I'm not making it up. These are the numbers. Okay. So if you have any questions, I am definitely going to provide more videos so that you can kind of see how it is to set up your own lash business and how to do what I did, right? So in 2 years, I've gotten to this point, and you might think about it and you might say like, oh, but that's not a lot of money. I want to be like those rich girls and lash artists, whatever, lash artists. And I'm going to tell you the truth about how that is. Just subscribe to my channel, and as my videos go along, I will explain why that's a load of BS, okay? And they're trying to sell you a dream that can happen, but they're not selling you what needs to be done and the truth of the story behind how they even got there, okay? And I want to be the one to be able to show you my process, show you my mistakes, let you feel my pain so that you don't have to make the same mistakes down the line. Okay, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so it motivates me to keep going, and make sure that you hit the little bell button too so that you get notifications whenever I pop up. Okay, bye. All right, so I just finished recording my yearly report. I'm right now checking my mail. I'm outside, and doing vlogs is kind of weird because you don't want people to think that you're like completely crazy. But that's how you kind of feel. And my stick for my vlog is so little, so it really makes me feel like I don't have enough room to extend my arm. So it's kind of strange. But I'm about to go head out and pick up the kitties. So you'll see them maybe jump into all the craziness. See? This is my merch. You like my merch?
Being a teacher sucks.
So yeah, like she said, being a teacher sucks. So because it sucked so bad, I decided to just drop it all. And I'll get into that more because my kids are being crazy right now. So I'll explain it next time. I'll be back. I gotta pick up the baby. Quiet.